Gloria seems to be muted. Anyone else in the audience? Nicole, Emily, Samantha, can give us an opening prayer. Mercy.
I will pray.
All right, thank you so much.
Let's pray. Almighty God, we want to thank you for this day that you've given to us. We give you glory, we give you praise and the honor. We want to thank you so much for this amazing platform, for Coach Charity. We thank you for our speaker tonight who is going to speak to us, Lord God. We pray, Father, Lord God, for the both of them, that even as they pour out their words of wisdom, may you open our hearts and our minds to listen, and let the information be able to help us, improve us, and make us better versions of ourselves. I thank you, Father, Lord, for all the ladies that have taken their time to tune in and be available for this session. I continue to pray for all those that haven't, or those that are yet to join, that they may be able to join us all together, and that we can be able to learn from one another. We thank you, Father, Lord, for everything. I pray all this, trusting and believing in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen. Oh, thank you so much for that amazing prayer, Nicole. Happy to have you all here. I'm excited that, as I've said, for you to really spare your time to come and learn, to come and grow. This is a safe space, so feel very free, feel seen, feel very safe, because we're all out here to see how we can be able to grow together. So you're most welcome to this evening session. We usually have these sessions every week. I try to have them every week, and just to bring in different aspects for us as ladies to be able to grow, to build our confidence, to be able to rediscover who we are or who we are meant to be. So my name is Coach Charity Ayikoru Mlondi. I am a certified nutrition and wellness coach, and I'm the founder of Zuri House of Health and Wellness, where we prioritize our health and we teach you how to eat right so that you can feel good and look good. I got inspired to begin this community simply because I recognize that as women, many times the desires we have, some may be fulfilled, others are not. But if you're in a community of like-minded people, you're able to go so much further and discover or learn so many other things. So I got inspired to bring women together in a group. And so I currently run a community of over 80 women, and we're all about growth. We're all about taking care of ourselves. So in case any of you is not part of that community, it's called the Blossoming Women's Community. I'll share the link in the group or in the chat for you to be able to join, so that in case of any other personal development sessions that we have there, anything to do with growth, taking care of our bodies, you can be able to join. So I'm very, very glad to have you here. And as you've read the topic, it's about branding ourselves and being seen as a high-valued woman. So today, the coach that we have brought in is someone who knows what it is that she's talking about. So without further ado, let me just introduce her so that we can kickstart the session, so that we're also able to finish in time. Just give me a minute. Okay, this is the screen that I want us to look at. Yeah, so I just want to introduce her. All right. I hope you can all see my screen. Kindly confirm if you can see my screen. Okay. So meet our coach for the evening, Coach Ochuko, who is an international recognized mindset, career, and development coach dedicated to helping individuals unlock their full potential and rise with clarity and confidence in their personal and professional lives, with a deep passion for guiding professionals through seasons of growth and transition. Ochuko blends transformational mindset work with practical career strategies that support clients at every stage of their journey, from career pivots and leadership development to goal setting and personal clarity. Her coaching style is empowering, purpose-driven, and results-oriented design to create lasting change, not just short-term motivation. Having worked with individuals across industries and continents, she brings a global perspective, a personal touch, and a proven track record of helping people break through limiting beliefs and step into versions of themselves they were always meant to be. Wow and wow. I hope you've seen that the person that we are bringing in really knows what it is that she's talking about. And I pray that we're able to learn and have our takeaways whatever questions you have, let's keep it up to the end of the session. We shall be able to answer that. Otherwise, Coach Ochuko, I'm handing it over to you for you to even introduce the topic and just take us through what it is that you're prepared for us. You are most welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Charity. Thank you so much to all the amazing women in the house. I'm so happy to have you here. I love working with women because women actually run the world. Thank you very much, Charity, for putting right. So you've already heard my name is Ochuko. I'll start with that. When Charity reached out to me, I was already I was putting things together to create a slide to prepare the training. And then I just said, no, I don't want to do anything scripted today because I'll be talking with my sisters. We are not supposed to be scripting our conversations. Let us talk and let it flow, right? So it's great to have you here once again. I'm passionate about working with everyone, professionals, business owners, and especially women as it concerns mindset. Because if you check out the definition of mindset in the dictionary, there are several definitions, but the one I always pick is the one that talks about mindset encompassing all the aspects of our lives. Our mindset is the foundation upon which our personal and professional life is formed. So if we get it right at the level of the mind, we can get it right anywhere else. Just think about the building. Wherever you are staying now, you cannot see the pillars or the foundation holding it. But I can assure you that if there's a problem with that foundation, you won't even be comfortable staying in that house. That is what our mindset is for us. Please confirm you can hear me.
Loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So today we are talking about mindset branding for the high quality woman. When you talk about a brand, what comes to mind? When you see a phone, how do you know what phone it is? It is from the brand. When you see an Apple, you know it's an iPhone. In fact, some people want to show you their status from the brand of whatever it is, the product they are holding. Some will even intentionally flip the phones or the laptops or the car key so that you will know the brand. Why? Because of the name behind the brand, because of the quality it brings, because of the value it brings. If you realize from the topic, we did not say high value woman because there's a difference between being a high value woman and a high quality woman. Now, to put that difference in perspective, I am sorry, I like teaching with illustrations, so forgive my illustrations. To do that with an illustration to explain the difference, I will explain it, but I just want to use a simple illustration. For instance, can you see this shoe?
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
all see this shoe?
Yes,
Exactly.
ma'am.
So what will you say about
Yes,
this shoe? It is cute, it is fashionable, it is elegant and all.
elegant.
Yes. However, in the context of this conversation, we can say this shoe is of high value. Why? Because actually it is expensive compared to if you are just wearing a sandals or a slippers. One, this shoe, you can wear it to a dinner, you can wear it for professional functions, you can wear it to church, you can wear it for high ticket functions, right? It is of high value. But this one here, can you see?
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
see? It is worn, right?
Mm.
Good.
Mm.
However, this is the one that after you wear this one at church or something and you want to walk out, if you are not mobile, which one will you carry? This one can take you to the market. If it is raining, you won't be conscious. It can take you anywhere you are going. You will not be too conscious, right? So we can say from the definitions, we are not doing dictionary definitions today because we are having practical lessons today about the mindset. Now, from this definition, Value is the surface level thing we give to a product or a person. It is surface level, right? That's the value. And that value depends on a lot of things. It might depend on the price, it might depend on the environment, it might depend on the reason why you're using it and all that. That is the surface. It can be measured. You can easily say, oh, this shoe is very expensive. There are some brand names we know. We can see some of their products that are not too cool, but we are just so in love with the brand name. So whatever they bring is excellent. However, they are selective in their functions. But when you are talking about high quality, quality is not just, it goes beyond surface value. It has depth. It is foundational. It can take you, it is universal. Quality is universal. Somebody who is intelligent in Nigeria, is intelligent in the UK, is intelligent in Asia, is intelligent everywhere. It is universal. Somebody who is kind is universal. The person is not kind here, and when you get somewhere else or during the day or night, the person is not kind. No. Quality is universal. That is what it is. That is the major difference. So I'd like to believe that we have a fair view of it. Then another illustration I like to use, maybe for people who travel a lot, when you go to the airport, you see ladies with their pink fine bags. When they start throwing those bags, when you want to pick them up, that is when you will know the one that has value and the one that has quality, right? So today our focus is not on high value women. We are talking about high quality women, how you will have depth as a woman. Is it good to be a high value woman? It is excellent to be a high value woman. Surface level, you walk into a room, people see your dress, you smell nice, you look good, you speak well. Yes. But when the chips are down, when we get to work, how do we fare, right? That is what we are going to talk about today. In the professional setting, for ladies, when we talk about high value, you know, some people, we have very polished CVs and everything, but when it gets to doing the work, they do not know how to do it. But their CVs are so good, they speak excellently, they have everything it takes on paper. So quality is about the actual work. And the branding now is, how will your quality describe you? What kind of words will be used to describe you when people are talking about you in a professional setting or in your business setting or in a general space? What qualities? That's why we said high quality woman. Are you dependable? Are you confident? Are you emotionally intelligent? Those are the things we are going to talk about today. So if your friends are not here, please call them because we have a lot to share. So one of the things that will make us stand out as a high quality woman, we already talked about mindset, that mindset is the foundation upon which we build ourselves. And our mindset is made up of how we think, how we feel, and how we act. How we think is our logic, how we think, how we respond to issues and all that. That's our logic. How we feel, emotions, emotional intelligence. How do we respond to issues? How do we treat matters? How do we accept people? How do we communicate? How do we network? Those are the things that concerns how we feel. There are three things: how we think, how we feel, and how we act. We all know how we act, our behavior, which is a consolidation of the other two to make up that. So as humans, as ladies, we are made up of how we think, how we feel, and how we act. So what are those foundations that can hold us up to be described as, oh, this person has depth, she's a high quality woman, whether in our personal lives or in our professional lives? The first one we'll talk about is developing self-love and self-care. I always talk about this wherever, even if it is only one woman that is there. I talk about self-love and self-care. It is the foundation of our lives because as women, especially in Africa, we were brought up to feel that we are the burden bearers in the house. We are the ones who take care of the house. We assist our parents. We take care of our siblings, and we transfer it into our professional lives. We are automatically caretakers. We do not intentionally take care of ourselves. We do not intentionally love ourselves. So how do we go about this? When we are talking about self-love or self-care, it mustn't be something expensive. You can do something as little as, okay, this morning I want to eat akara. I don't know what it's called over there, but something like bean cake. Take the extra effort to do something for you, not for your husband, not for the children, not for your colleagues. Just have your me time. All these things will not take a lot of money, because some things that some women say is, oh, it's expensive. Going to the spa, taking care of your hair, buying supplements and all that. Oh, yes, I agree. These things I'm talking about, they do not require money. Just love yourself. Wake up and look at the mirror. Oh, I'm beautiful. I am brave. I am safe. I am good. I am intelligent. I am God's creature. Take time to admire yourself. When you start it, you will look like a clown, because even your brain will be wondering, what's this one? What's she doing? Right? But that is the foundation, because if you do not love yourself, you cannot receive love and you cannot love other people. And we are talking about personal and professional development here. If you don't get it right at your mindset, how will you be able to think of loving yourself? Then if you cannot love yourself, how can you love your family? How can you love your colleagues? How can you receive love? It all begins with you. You cannot give what you do not have. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So what self-love and self-care does for you is that it helps you to nourish yourself, fill your cup, so that your happiness is not dependent on others. Oh, my colleague did not say hi to me this morning. She doesn't like me. Ew. And then unnecessary beef starts. You know how we men, we are emotional. Yeah. So you are looking out for who. If you love yourself, even if the person doesn't greet you, you won't be feeling sorry for the person, like, ah, what happened to this person? But you are going your way. So that is why self-love is the foundation of building everything that you have. That is why I put it there as number one. Then if you have solid self-love and self-care for yourself, if you love yourself, you develop a routine to take care of yourself. It could be very little things. Okay, today I'll make sure I wash my hair once a week. I go for my manicure and pedicure. You can do it in your house. You mustn't. If you can afford going to the salon, excellent. If not, you can take care of yourself in your house. Let's not start tying everything around money. It's the mindset. If you want to do something, you will find a way. If you do not want to do it, you will find an excuse. There's always a way around things, right? So we've gotten that. So if you have a solid foundation of self-love, it will be easy for you as a woman to develop standards and boundaries. This is the second point now. When you have self-love, you have good standards and boundaries. Simply put, standards. What are standards? Standards are, this is what I want. Boundaries are, no, I don't want this. So it's like yes and no. Standards and boundaries. So when we are talking about standards, what are the things that can form our standards? I like to believe that we are all Christians here, or at least at the least level, we all believe in God. For me personally, my standard is God. I'm a Christian, so I read the Bible. That is the first and foremost standard for me, right? Then after that, we have the standard of the government. You are not doing things that will get you in jail, right? Then you have the standard of your parents, your uncles, your auntie, your employers, and all that. Those are general standards. Then from there, you get your own standards. Okay, this office, I've noticed the gossip a lot. Nobody's going to call my name when any topic about gossiping comes up. And you're off. Everybody knows when you're saying trash about my boss or anything, you cannot call me there. It's a standard, right? But you don't have to start screaming, I have a standard. It's your attitude over time. It's like you're wearing an underwear and you're telling people, I'm wearing a bra, I'm wearing a bra. You will look like a clown, sis. So if you start screaming, I have standards, the first way to know somebody who doesn't have standards and boundaries is when the person is saying, oh, I have boundaries. I have. Auntie, check yourself well, because if you have boundaries, it will show. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to say it. So I've talked about standards. Those are the things you want, but they don't come overnight. Remember, in our culture, for African women generally, for women generally, but I'm focusing on Africa now. For women generally, the standard is you are the one to serve people. You are the, for the lack of a better word, you are the one who should be second class. Whatever is left over is for you and all that. And even some women have come to accept it that if you are able to satisfy everybody, that means you are a good woman. So you should now have the standard that, yes, I love myself. I want what is best for others. And I also want what is best for myself. Why not? Why not? I deserve the best because God made me in his image. So I deserve the best. And the best here, we are talking about the best career, the best everything in your personal life, in your professional life. So that will determine the kinds of people you allow in your circle and the kinds of circles you go into. That is what will determine it. So you will not say because you are, have you ever seen somebody saying because you are humble, when a cow is going by, you say, cow, good morning. Humility does not mean bowing down to a cow. No. It just means I'm humble. I know that we are all created by God. However, there are some things that are not acceptable to me. I don't accept bad behavior. I don't accept lies. I don't accept people who gaslight me. I don't accept people who want to take advantage of me and all that. You don't accept bad behavior. But if you do not love yourself, you won't even know when those things are coming up and you cannot draw the line. Then boundaries is the opposite of standards. Those are things that you know you do not want. So just to quickly talk about boundaries, there are two major types of boundaries. We have boundaries in and boundaries out. It's like you're in a compound, there's a big fence around your compound, right? With a gate. And then in your house, you also have boundaries because your sitting room is different from your kitchen, your restroom, your corridor. No matter how beautiful a kitchen is, no matter how beautiful your toilet is, you say, oh, this toilet is so beautiful, and you start going there to boil rice. It cannot happen. Boundaries. So as human beings too, our own boundaries in now is, okay, we have time for everything. Like when Charity reached out to me, the first thing I asked her, what time is this program? I already blocked out other things so that I will be available here. As a woman, you know, okay, this is time for me to pray to God. This is time for me to study. This is my me time. This is time for me to read. This is time for me to hang out with friends. This is time for me to take care of my children, to take care of my husband, my husband, to meet my deadline. You have your boundaries. Nobody is coming to push you to do this or that. That is for you. Boundaries in ensure self-discipline, right? The boundaries within you ensure self-discipline. And that is one of the qualities of that's one of the values of a high quality woman. Self-discipline. We talked about self-love, self-care, self-discipline. That's all. Boundaries in ensure how you discipline yourself to achieve your goals. Then boundaries out is for people outside. Okay, this my neighbor is a gossip. I don't want to be associated with her. It doesn't mean she's bad or I'm bad. It just means we do not align. Okay, this my colleague wants to get me into trouble. It's always getting me to falsify figures. No problem. Hi, and it ends at hi. Everybody at work, is not your friend. They are all your colleagues, but not everybody is your friend. So boundaries like that are the things that will help you. Boundaries are the things that will also make you know that, oh, I want to eat fufu at 10 p.m., but it is not so good for my health. Okay, what will I do? Let me wait until tomorrow. Are you seeing the importance of boundaries? So, because when we are talking about boundaries, it is quick for us to think it is for people outside. No, it is for us. We take care of our health, our mental health, our physical health. It's boundaries that will also let you know, oh, I'm beginning to add weight. What should I do? Should I go to the gym? Should I skip at home? Little things that people are not saying, but they matter. Those are the things that form your boundaries and standards. Why are they important? Your boundaries and standards are responsible for your vibe, and your vibe attracts your tribe. So if as a woman you are not disciplined, before you know, you will gather women who are not disciplined around you. All you have to do is to insult, this my boss is a very wicked woman. She's this, she's that. At the end of the month or the year, you are thrown out of the job, you are not promoted, or you keep complaining about people instead of looking inwards to think of, okay, how can I be a better person? Because as a high quality woman, there are some things that happen to me. And the first thing I say is, how did I get here in the first instance? How? How did I find my way here? What happened? Then you trace it back to yourself. As a high quality woman, you know when you have missed a step or you have derailed, because nobody is perfect. So it is easy for you to know, I messed up. What did I do wrong? And you try, instead of finding fault with people, that doesn't mean that people may not have their faults. But as a high quality woman, you know that the only person you can control in this world is you. So the focus should be on you, how you think, how you feel, and how you act, whether at home, whether with your family, whether at work or with your colleagues. That is what the mindset branding of a high quality woman does for you. You are training your mind to be available only where quality is talked about. That is it. Then the third thing is, if you are able to set your standards and your boundaries right, it will be easy for you now to be okay in your career, right? You are now talking about, okay, what skills am I to develop? Soft skills, hard skills. Which ones are relevant to me? So even if you are in business, what skills do I need? Leadership skills, emotional intelligence, how to listen. You are talking about all those skills. Now, the most important thing, like somebody always says, the best things in life do not have a price, right? People hire certificate and fire character. Your character is your soft skill. Your certificate is your hard skill. There are people who have excellent certificates, but they don't know how to communicate with people. They are not good team players. They don't know how to work with people. They cannot stay in a job for more than 2 to 3 months. Everybody around them is bad. As soon as you come in contact with them, you become bad. Auntie now, auntie, check well. Look at the mirror. Just look at the mirror. Try to look at the mirror and look inwards. So if you have that your self-love and self-care, you are able to develop standards and boundaries. You will now know how to focus on your soft skills. I'm not saying hard skills are not good, but those are things you can learn. Anybody can teach you hard skills. But soft skills, no matter how wealthy you are, you cannot outsource that. You have to learn them by yourself. If you are very wealthy, you can say, oh, I don't want to sweep. You get a help to sweep for you, get somebody to do your laundry, get somebody to cook for you, right? But you see that thing called soft skills, you cannot pay somebody to learn it for you. You cannot. You cannot pay somebody to learn soft skills for you. You are the one who will learn the emotional intelligence, how to regulate your emotions, how to take care of yourself. And remember that as women, when we try to be like men, we are shooting ourselves in the leg. You know why? Men are wired to work every day. But for us, our cycle is once a month. The day you are able to recognize the fact that your cycle is once a month and everything is surrounded, is revolved around that, it will be easy for you to know, okay, this time I have to slow down. This time is my optimal time. You will be able to understand yourself. What works for me may not work for Charity. It may not work for Nicole, right? For instance, there was a time I just knew that the only time I could function properly was at night, creating slides and everything. So I'll do little stuff during the day, sleep, so that I can work at night. Then sometimes it will shift. But if you are not in love and in touch with yourself, you will not know. You go to work, you are quarreling with your husband, with your children, with your neighbor, not because you are bad or they are bad, because you are grumpy. Why are you grumpy? Auntie, it's because you don't understand yourself yet. If you understand yourself, you'll be able to know that, auntie, calm down. This period is like you need to rest. You need to take time off. And when I'm saying take time off, it might not be 2 days or 3 days. You might just need to take a power nap for as little as 30 minutes, or take a snack, or walk on the beach at the beach side, or something as practical and as little as that. But if you are not in touch with yourself, everything will be power, power, fights, gra gra. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes just taking a deep breath alone might be all that you need as a woman. Know when to understand yourself and fall in love with yourself, so that you will not be that wicked auntie or that wicked sister. Please. It doesn't happen intentionally, but sometimes we just find ourselves. Sometimes your children might even be scared of you, or your spouse. Not because you are a bad person, but anything, every time, shout, shout, please calm down, just calm down. Remember, we are still talking about the mindset branding of a high quality woman, right? Because as a high quality woman, you're supposed to attract high quality people, high quality opportunities to you. But if you are always in that mood, people really do not want to associate with that. They won't tell you, especially in the professional sector, they will smile at you and everything. But when opportunities come, you say, I beg, before this one will go and fight in that conference, please don't worry. Thank you, ma. God bless you. As they are saying it, they are moving left if you are going right, so that that conversation will not come up. It is not because you are a bad person. It is because you've not been able to understand yourself. But if you are in love with yourself, your emotions are understood, you know what works for you, it will now be easy for you to get all those things in place. Then the other thing we are talking about is when you are able to do all these things we've talked about. We've talked about self-love, we've talked about learning skills, soft skills and hard skills. We've talked about standards and boundaries. It will now be easy for you to know the people. I brushed this off at a point. The people you will work with, the people you will network with, right? The people you will allow in your circle, right? That one is majorly about networking. Because whether you like it or not, we are social beings. Even if you say you are self employed, you need customers for your business to run. Even if your business is a virtual business, you are running it online, you still need to network in order for you to get clients and know people, right? So it is your quality that attracts people to you. And it should be easy for you to now say, yes, I want money, but I don't want this type of money. I don't want money coming from here or from there. Not because the people are bad, but the kind of money that will make me start getting scared when I'm receiving calls from government officials. No, thank you. Thank you very much. But it will take you out of that point of desperation. When you are a high quality woman and everything is going well for you, you are no longer desperate to accept just anything. So we are talking about networking. What are the things that we talk about? You talk about the people in your circle, and then your network, as they say, is your net worth, right? Who are the people you attract? At this point, you'll now be thinking of your finances. Okay, how do I make money? How do I manage money? How do I grow money? Because the mindset with which you are making money is different from the mindset with which you will manage the money and you start growing the money. As a high quality woman, you now know that, oh, okay, now that I've made money, who are the people that can help me? Are you going out with women who will drag you to the club every Friday? Thank God it's Friday. You spend all your money and you start looking, right? Or are you with women who will say, there's this investment, no matter how small, it is a seed. Instead of blowing everything up, you now know that, okay, let me start buying shares, no matter how little. I'm training myself, or I am saving this amount so that I will invest in something later. Or do you have women who they will say, okay, let's come together and start a particular business or invest in a particular business? And those the kinds of conversations you're having, or all you are interested in is, I'm not saying the latest shoes and bags and wigs are not good. I love those things. However, at the expense of what? If you are getting at the end of the year, you are getting an award from your office that you are the best dressed and you don't have any investments, have you really achieved? If you, in the sense of the word, I'm not asked, don't tell me, sis. That one is for you to answer. She's the best dressed and everything. You're competing with people who do not even know if you are there. There is nothing wrong with dressing well. I love people who dress well. There's a sense of elegance and professionalism it brings. However, if that is your only focus, your goal in life is to do good, mama, please go back to the drawing board. Try to make money so that at some point, exactly, Becky A, office competition, exactly, so that at some point your money starts working for you. There's nothing as beautiful as sometime in the year your phone that you get an alert is the dividend from a share you've bought, or maybe 5 friends have come together to buy a property and you're renting it out for Airbnb or something. It is beautiful. Or you have a friend who is telling you, oh, since you are a coach, try to make YouTube videos. Like Nicole has been on my neck, but I'm pretending that I'm not hearing. A friend who will tell you, make videos, put your products on seller so that you start making daily income. There's nothing as beautiful as a woman having her own money. Even if you're married to a billionaire, there's this sense of satisfaction it gives to you. Like, when the thing enters, bam, bam, and you look at it and you see that it's your sweat, your morale will be high, right? High quality woman, your husband will respect you. You will respect yourself. My sisters, see, don't let anybody deceive you. If you have money, people will respect you. Not because they want that money, but they know that when they see your call, they are not scared that they are calling for urgent 2K. There's that respect that gives to you. But when you get your call and they say, this one, what does she want this time? They might not tell you, but you know Africans now, we converse with our face. They are giving you this look like waiting for you. It's not.
Hello? Hello? Can you ladies hear me? Oh.
Yes, Charity.
I think we have a problem with her network, but I hope we are having a good time. I'm pretty sure she's going to join back. I think she has dropped off. Okay, let me just check on her. But I hope we are learning. I hope we are learning. Yes, she's back.
I'm so
You had
sorry. I think I got thrown out by the network. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't even know until I looked at the screen, right? So try to get yourself to the point where you are financially responsible. But if you surround yourself with women who are not financially responsible, it will be difficult for you to achieve your goal. So over time, your standards and your boundaries start weeding out people who are not for you. Not because they are bad people, but they are no longer in line with the future that you want. Talking about future will bring me to the last point to talk about today. Now, who would like to tell me one of the memorable things that happened maybe growing up in university or something? Just one or two people, please, quickly. Charity, just help me pick one or two people. Anything
Becky,
memorable. Okay.
Becky, and Gloria. Tell us anything you remember while growing up.
Hi everyone. Becky here.
Hello.
Also, what I remember growing up is always coming back from school and I find my dad waiting for me and he asks how I did at school and I would excitedly tell him how I got good ticks. The teacher gave me good in my work and it was just so nice that sometimes as an adult, I feel like I have someone still to encourage me to that level. It was so good. Yeah.
I'm so happy for you, Becky. I can relate with that because I'm a daddy's girl too. So I know that feeling. I know that feeling. I know it. That's a very great experience. Is there anyone else would like to share?
Gloria, I
think
see you. Yes.
I missed out on the question. What was it?
What do you remember growing up? Something memorable, something you cannot forget while growing up.
Uh,
Anything
mm,
good, anything bad, either way.
mm, mm. Uh, I remember just rushing home from school, running to fetch water, running, going home to peel. And when you miss out on those chores, you're beaten. You're beaten, and it is an experience.
All Africans, I believe, remember that. So thank you very much to these amazing ladies who have contributed to this session. Why did I ask that question? When we talk about memory, the assumption is always something that had happened, right? But now we are talking about being high quality women. We've not, in most of our lives, we've not really been high quality women, not because we don't want to be, but maybe because we've not really known about it or we've not been intentional about it. So how are we going to remember being a high quality woman? These days, you hear a lot about affirmations, vision boarding, and all that. So what affirmations do to you? They help you remember your future, right? Vision boarding tells you where you are going, who you want to be, but you've not been there. Now you talked about what happened when you were a child. It has happened. You remember it because you have happened. But affirmations now help you to talk as if it has already happened, right? Like you said, I remember when. That is how affirmations come. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. Meanwhile, somebody had been telling you as a child that you're ugly, your nose is big, your ear is round, and all that. But now you don't want that narrative for yourself anymore because as a high quality woman, you know exactly what you want now and you know your worth, right? So every day you are telling yourself in the morning, in the afternoon, you've pasted it on your mirror, I am a high quality woman. I am a high value woman. I am worthy. I am blessed. I am this. I am that. So, what you are doing for your mind is you are changing the program of your mind. Our mindset is run on a program. That program has been put there by our society, our parents, the environment we found ourselves, especially growing up. So if you want a different result, you have to change the program deliberately. One of the ways to do it is through intentional affirmations for your future, right? I am valuable. So when you're talking about affirmations, there are like one or two rules I would just want to run through. When you're affirming, you don't put any negative word in your affirmations. So for instance, you not say I am not a failure. You say I am successful. Because the brain does not understand not. It cancels out that negativity. The brain only feeds on positive things. So when you are saying I am not a failure, the brain automatically removes that not. It does not relate with negativity. So what you're actually saying is I am a failure because that not is not registered in the brain. The brain does not work with any form of negativity. It does not recognize it. There's nothing in the brain to process negativity. That is why when there's chaos or problem around you, try to look at the things that are going on. It means there's a problem. Your brain is clashing with what is happening. But when things are positive, you notice that you are happy. It's just because of this singular reason. When things are going left, the brain is confused, like what's going on. It cannot relate with negativity. So instead, you say something like, I am successful, right? Or I understand success, I welcome success, I am abundant, I am filled with love, I am blessed. You are always in the I am, I understand, I accept, I feel your emotions, I feel loved, I feel grateful, I feel happy, I feel wealthy, I understand luxury, I understand the law of opulence, things like that. When you're talking about your affirmations, there's no not. There's nothing like I am not a failure. In fact, no negative word should come up when you are going through your affirmations. If you want me to curate some affirmations for you, let me know. I can curate them. Personal affirmations, professional affirmations, send them to Charity and she'll drop them in your group. So another way that affirmations work, your vision board. Now, your vision board doesn't have to be something elaborate. If it's elaborate, fine and good. Is anybody a teacher here? Excellent, Becky. You know what teachers do? Sometimes they put things on their walls in classes so that the visual learners, even if they don't remember everything that the teacher has said, they remember that, oh, there was a board there that said this and said this and said that. And you remember there are some things, times when you remember, you say, oh, 2 times 2, 4. You remember that thing because you said it so much that you remember, even after many years. So that is how, from now, this night, you keep telling yourself, I am blessed, I am favored, I am abundant, I have all the good things I need, I deserve only the best, I have the best friends, my family members are proud of me, my parents are proud of me, my work brings me money, I am valued. Speak life into your spirit as a high quality woman. You cannot give what you do not have. If you are not speaking life to yourself, how are you going to speak life to your children? How are you going to speak life to your health, to your finances, to your relationships? You have to begin with the mind. How are you described? Will somebody see you and say, oh, this lady is very kind, she's very professional, she's very diligent, she has integrity, or the other ones? Me, I'm well trained. I don't know those other ones, but if you can help me with them, fine, right? So for being a high quality woman, those are the 5 things. I talked about developing self-love and self-care. I talked about standards and boundaries. I talked about developing technical skills and soft skills. I talked about networking. and knowing the people in your circle. I cannot emphasize this enough, because those people now are the ones who will help you develop your professional life. Please invest in your mentors, your coaches, and your sponsors. Don't let anybody deceive you. There are some rooms you can never, no matter how hardworking you are, no matter how diligent, you can never get in if somebody in there doesn't bring you in. You can never. It's not because they hate you, it's because they trust the people there. So whatever those people say, they will work with it. Be deliberate about your networking, whether online or offline. Be deliberate, be intentional. There are some things you shouldn't be caught dead doing. Not because you are too perfect, but you are now focused on mapping your future as a high quality woman. So now I would like to stop there today. We've talked about all those things. We've also talked about, we've talked about networking. We've talked about professional development. Invest in your professional development, right? I don't really want to go into that today because we are talking about being a woman, but I hope with these few points of mine, I have been able to convince you that it is important for you to develop your mindset so that you can be a high quality one. Thank you. Thank you for coming here today. Thank
Oh
you.
my God, I'm even clapping out here. Ladies, let's just put up any virtual, I don't know, reaction in the comments. Let's appreciate our coach this evening. I don't know about you, but this has been super, super insightful. Drop something in the comments. Let's just appreciate her as we prepare to ask the questions, ladies. This has been amazing, Coach Ochuko. You have taken it to another level. When you brought out the red shoe, I said, now the lessons have begun. They have begun. Oh my goodness. Ladies, this is your opportunity to ask the questions. Very, very true. Oh my God, such a session. This has been amazing. We thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You have really brought this topic from a different level. I think many times we always, when you talk about quality, high value, we always imagine I should dress up in a certain way. It's always about how I look, but not even looking at our character, not looking at what exactly are we bringing to that table. So you breaking it down and really showing us that as women, we need to first think about ourselves in a different perspective. And someone said here that there was actually this question that picked my brain, and I feel this will be the very first one. Yes, from Mercy. Mercy says, I sometimes feel I can start loving myself the next day. Every time I keep thinking about my children and my job, I think she's finding it a bit conflicting to start maybe giving or taking care of herself in a better way. But when she thinks about her job, her children, it sort of takes away her time more than. So how can someone navigate such a situation? Over to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for that question. I'm grateful to you for loving your kids, right? It's difficult to see. There's generally this resentment of, there's this point of I love my child, but there's this resentment of this child is taking so much from me, right? So I'm happy that you are able to draw that balance. Now, what is the question? Let me be sure of what you want to know. You want to find out the balance on how to love yourself, right? Okay. So it's not a difficult thing, but because of how it has been, it will now seem like it is difficult. Let me just tell you what it is. You have abandoned yourself for so long that it's now like you are a stranger to yourself. That is what it is. It's like a house that you just locked. I don't know. I think when I was growing up in my grandfather's house, there was one room. They would say this one is for this uncle, this one is for this. So if the uncle doesn't come in 6 months, the room is there with dust and everything. The things inside are still good, but it's dusty because it's not in use. So permit me to say now is like you have not been in use. You have not been in use for your own self. You've abandoned yourself so that you will be able to take care of others. So you will be able to take care of others.
Oh, is it me or she's
Better.
frozen again?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So we did not have any manual or anything. So you've not done anything wrong. However, when you know better, you will definitely do better, right? So the first step is what you've done now. You've known now, oh, I have a problem. A problem known is halfway solved. So all you have to do is find a way back to yourself. How do you do that? Proverbially, you are wiping the dust away from the surface of that room that has not been in use. How do you do that? Just go back to the drawing board. Try to remember some of the things that used to make you happy before these little lovely creatures came along, or before that man came to sweep you off your feet. What are the things you used to enjoy doing as a single woman who did not have a husband or children or is scrambling for attention from them? What are the things you like doing? Did you like having a me time? Did you like baking? Did you like going out with friends? Did you like singing? It can be something as just listening to your favorite music for 20 minutes alone. Those kids will be fine without you. Trust me. 20 minutes will not, because I know how children can be. They can come and bang on your door where they are not saying. They will hit the door. You must come outside. You are their mother. But you will also, along the line, make them know that mommy has to take care of herself, right? Mommy has to take care of herself. Mommy has to look good. Mommy has to sleep. Mommy has to take a nap. Sometimes let them be with their dad. He's daddy now. Let him be daddying the daddy there. It's your time to take care of yourself. Let your husband cooperate with you, right? However, if that is not possible, there are situations where you may not really have that cooperation from your spouse. There are situations like that. Then you now have, remember, in the course of this conversation, I said the only person you can control is who?
You.
You. So you now know, you go back to the drawing board. Okay, we all have 24 hours, right? So when am I going to take care of myself? And what does taking care of myself mean? I just gave you different options now that don't involve money. They don't involve money. Listening to your favorite music, you don't need money to listen to your favorite music, right? It could be, okay, I like my food a particular way. You know how children will say, oh, mommy, I don't want pepper. I don't want this one. I don't, you know how children can be. If you like your food with pepper, add extra pepper for yourself. Prepare that meal for yourself and eat it and be satisfied, right? Then start opening your network to people who like those things you like. So for instance, if you like, let me use music as an instance, there might be or you go to the cinema once in a while. You can just go alone or go with one or two of your kids if you want to. But if you don't want to, if you want that me time, you can take your time, go to the cinema one evening, take care of yourself, or you can just buy your favorite drink, chill it, lock yourself in your room, drink it, buy suya or something. Just know that this is for me. You feel you don't love yourself because you are not taking care of yourself. Your inner child feels neglected. Take care of your inner child. That's just it. And the simplest way to do it, I've told you. Go back. Good, Becky. God bless you. Hide the biscuits. Hide the biscuits. Those things you buy for your children. Yes, me, I do it. I buy some things for my daughter and I tell her, see, You see all these things that you like, mommy loves them too. Because me, I'm someone's daughter as well. So she will laugh. But I know what I'm doing. Hide them and eat them, right? Because these children will keep taking from you. Not because they are bad. That is what they were wired to do. So you will now take care of yourself. And in taking care of yourself, you are equally teaching them to take care of themselves later. Yes, you are teaching them, you are training them that in as much as you love people and you want to do for them, take time to do for yourself, because you cannot pour from an empty cup at the end of the day. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If anything happens, God forbid, those children will go on well, happy. They will miss you and everything, but life will go on. So, my sister, take care of yourself. Love yourself. Tell yourself sweet words. You are beautiful. I love you. What's your name, please?
It's called Mercy. Yeah, it should
Mercy.
be
Good.
Mercy.
Mercy, you are adorable. You are pretty. You are intelligent. You deserve only the best in life. I'm giving you. Tell your brain should start recording your voice. Like it should be waiting for. I've not heard Mercy's voice today. I've not heard Mercy. Let your brain get used to you saying you see the way you tell your child, your son or your daughter, oh, you're so pretty, mommy loves you. Those things, tell your inner child. You have an inner child. Comfort your inner child. When that happens, you will notice that it will even boost your level of confidence, right? You are confident in yourself. You no longer need external validation. You know you love yourself. So anybody who doesn't love you, hello, bye, off you go. Because I love me. So I don't need your validation. That's how it works. It won't be easy, but you have to be deliberate and consistent. Are we
Wow.
good?
Yes, yes, we are. Mercy, thank you so much for that amazing question. And our dear
Exactly.
coach, oh, you have really broken it down. I feel like I should invite you again next week for us to really dig deeper, because when you're talking about the inner child, I think that's what we as women really struggle with. We don't
Yes.
really love ourselves because we haven't healed from maybe the past traumas, all the things that our parents took us through. I think which generation are we? Like the Gen Zs are having it a little simpler compared to us, how we were raised up. It was
The
under strict
millennials.
rule. Yeah, the millennials, we really went through a lot. And I feel we neglected ourselves because we were taught we are the burden bearers, we are all this and that.
Yeah.
So with that kind of labeling, it has been hard to even show up for our own kids and all these things. We're actually transferring the bad habits to our kids because we bring back
Yes.
all our nasty moods, not that we are bad people, but because of the overwhelm
Yes.
of our lives, right? So this
Yes.
has really been, it has also reminded me what I would come home and I'm shouting on everyone, not because I hate them, but because I'm carrying a
You are
lot. I feel like,
stressed out.
yes, I'm stressed out and I feel like I should just unleash it to the people who are nearby, So, oh my goodness, we could talk about it the whole time. But there's another question from Nicole. She was saying, sometimes I find myself dealing with mood swings. At one point, my standards are high when things are going the way I want them to, and when they are not, my standards drop. How can I deal with this?
Okay. That is also relatable. It's
Hmm.
very relatable, right? So now what that simply means, what it means is that you are still depending on external validation. Your standards are around what people think of you. You may not know, but it's a subconscious thing, right? Ah, this one, things have not worked out. I'm expected to do this, I'm expected to do that, right? In this world, there must be problems. But if you are emotionally intelligent, please remind me, I'll send you a chart for emotions. If you are able to regulate your emotions, it will be easy for you to recognize that, oh, this is a disappointment, this is a rejection. I see you, but I won't interact with you. So you withdraw from it and now console yourself, right? You are not reacting to it, you are responding. You are noticing, you are acknowledging the fact that, oh, maybe you applied for a job and you did not get the job, or maybe the bills are piling up or something, right? Maybe the bills are piling up and you think, oh, people are expecting different things from you and all that, you are not meeting up. It is a natural thing. This storm will always come, but remember that every storm runs out of rain. One day to stop raining, the storm will dry up. Auntie, calm down. Calm down. So one way that we help you do this, let's do a very simple exercise. One way to regulate your emotions is to, when you identify, just take a deep breath. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. Take a deep breath in. Please take a deep breath. Try to take it down to your chest. Let the breath go. Hold it there for like 2 seconds. Then let it go further down to your tummy. It might be difficult if it's something you don't do every time. Let it go further down to your tummy. Then count 1, 2, 4, 5. Let it go. So what that does for you, it just keeps you grounded. For somebody like me, because I've been practicing it over time, I can do it up to like 15 seconds or 20 seconds. When there's drama around you, get back in touch with yourself. Leave the drama for them. You are not Nollywood. Leave the drama for them. Come back to yourself. Okay, what is happening now? I've just gotten rejected. My standards are high. I know I don't want to fall back. I don't want to settle for less, but this is really bad. Okay, let me breathe first, right? Okay, how do I feel? Do I feel disappointed? Do I feel angry? Now you are trying to know what emotions you are feeling. Because another thing with us again is, as ladies, we don't know how to process our emotions. If you are disappointed in somebody, you say you're angry. If you are upset, you are angry. Everything is anger. It's always, I'm happy or I'm angry. How do you
Yeah.
feel? Because you might be disappointed with somebody, but you are necessarily not angry with the person, right? So how do you feel? Oh, I feel rejected. I feel disappointed. I feel ashamed. I feel weak. I feel traumatized. I can't remember my daughter, there's something she always plays with on my laptop. So I'll tell her, no, go and take your laptop. You say, no, mommy, I want to use this one. Ah, then one day she said, mommy, please, I don't even want to use your laptop. Before I will spoil something now, you tell me that I'm traumatizing you. Please, I don't want to traumatize you this weekend. I laughed. I said, thank God you know your mom. I'll tell her, please, I don't want to feel traumatized. Please. I didn't know she was listening to me. She said, okay, don't worry. I don't want to use it. But if something goes bad now, you will say, I am traumatizing you. Learn to name your emotions. If you are able to name them, you will know how to address them. You will be able to regulate yourself and get to the root. Let me just give you an example now. So let's say you talked about when things are going well for you, your standards are high and all that. Let's use a practical example. So there was a time I applied for, I really did not apply for a job. The person came to me, good, just as you came to meet me now, that I should speak here. But the only difference is that one was paid. It was supposed to be a contract, right? So after we conversed, he sent me the letter, but the offer letter was different from our conversation. Very different and all. And the amount we agreed that he would pay me was not there. So I called him to say, okay, this is what I noticed. He started beating about the bush. I knew something was not right, and I already knew I was ready to let it go, right? Only for me to find out that he was supposed to pay me okay, let me use figures now. Let's say he was supposed to pay me 1 million naira from the organization, but he wanted to take 30% of it. So he did not want to put it on paper. That was when he opened up to me and told me, I didn't put it there so that the boss will not see it. But you wanted me to sign for something that I do not even. So I'm already putting myself in a difficult position because the kind of person that I am, I may see the boss tomorrow and tell him, oh, thank you very much for this amount you are paying me, but is it possible you increase it? Because it was just a short contract. I know myself, if I see the boss, I can say it. Then I'll now be looking like a clown because I did not have a thorough conversation. I was supposed to start that Monday, and believe me, I was as broke as Brooklyn. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I told him, no, sir, don't worry. I cried throughout that day till the next day. I was hungry, I was angry, and everything. Then on Sunday, what I did, I said, okay, how do I feel? I said, I feel disappointed. I feel betrayed. I wrote everything down. Where's the disappointment coming from? From the man, because he looked professional. He sounded professional. Betrayal. Who betrayed me? I don't know you before. So how did you betray me? I cancelled it. That betrayal, it was me lying to myself. He did not betray me. We did not have an agreement, right? We had not signed the agreement, so there was no betrayal. I probably expected too much, and those expectations were not met. What happened? I withdrew my expectation. Okay, auntie, why are you pained now? It is because you don't have money. Look for the way forward for you to get money. That was it. That was it. So the way you console your friend when they come with their problems, learn to console yourself like that. Speak to yourself. I'm telling you what, this happened to me real life. I said, auntie, why are you angry now? It's not like you have signed the agreement and they did not pay you. You are angry because if you had money, you will not even remember that. You will just say, I beg, thank God that one has carried this bad character. Let him go away. If I have money, but it's because there was no money in my account. That is why I was feeling bad. Because I'd already planned what I will do with the money that we agreed he will pay me. And now I'm angry and sad that the money was no longer coming. But I cannot fight him to give me the money. I don't even want that kind of money. Uncle, carry your money. Madam, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. So I told myself to calm down. After crying, I started sending in applications. End of story. No need for drama. Even if drama will happen, let it be for 30 minutes or for 24 hours. Give yourself time to grieve. Cry if you want to cry, scream the roof down. After that, life goes on. Don't dwell on negative emotions. It is not easy, but with constant practice, you will get it right. Yeah.
Wow. I feel like we're going through a therapy session right now. Because we really struggle with processing our emotions, that's for sure.
Yes.
Oh my goodness,
Yes.
this has been so transformational. Ladies, I hope you are taking in as much as I am. Someone is saying, well done. Thank you so much, Coach Ochuko. Oh my God, I really wanted this talk. This was a marvelous presentation, and I won't ever regret attending this session. What a blessing to hear from you. I have learned and going to love myself, going to take myself as first priority. Thanks, Coach. Wow, so many praises here. You can't pour from an empty cup. I think you'll also have to send us that those templates that you've talked about the
I'll also
affirmations.
send a link for you to do your personality test so that you understand yourself better.
All right,
I'll do
that
that.
is.
I'll send them
Thank you
all to
so
you.
much. All right. So, ladies, if you're not part of the community, I've just put the link in the chat. Kindly join the community because I'll be sharing this there, and that's
Is
the best way you
anybody
can
helping
access.
me screenshots accolades, please?
Yes,
Nicole, Charity, thank
yes.
you.
Don't worry, don't worry. I've actually been doing that. I've
Oh,
been doing
thank
that.
you. You're so
Yes.
sweet.
So
Thank
no
you.
worries. I'll definitely share. I had one more last question. No, by the Becky, I saw Becky raise up her hand. Becky, do you want to say something? Uh we're about to close this. Emily says this is so uplifting. Oh, you're very welcome.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for that. Becky, you had something to say. Has she dropped out? Becky, I see you're unmuted.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Yes.
Mm.
So, Coach Ochuko, we thank you so much for the session. It has been such a blessing. And Charity, thank you too for organizing. Yes. So, me, it was just more of a compliment, and it's about something I remembered. I watched a video of Pastor Selman sometime early this year, whereby he was talking about forcing life to work. So, where he was encouraging people to force life to work. If something is not happening, try it another way. If it's this door is closed, go try another door. Knock, if it's not, try to peep through the window. Like if you don't have a job, add more knowledge. Go back to school. Get associated with some networks and communities. Join a certain club around your place. Okay, so personally, I had a challenge whereby I moved from where I used to stay to a new place. And when I moved, I had this anger of like, I need to know this place like inside out. So until, of course, intentionally, I had to join a certain community. But I feel so blessed that I joined these people. I feel I'm learning so much. My mentors are there, my sponsors are there. And I feel like it's just a beginning of a new me. However, with this kind of session, I feel it is going to take me a step higher, especially whereby I get to know my personality type, processing emotions, because Yeshua always is about anger. It's always anger.
Yes.
You don't know if you're disappointed. You don't know if you're feeling furious. You don't know if like you really don't know how to handle emotions. So thank you so much, coaches, for this session. I appreciate it. Back
Thank
to you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
That's
you
so
for that
refreshing.
feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just one more last question before we say a good night from us. I just wanted to ask Coach Ochuko, for us as women, because this is a woman-centered space, I know many of us will be praying, like, God, give me this opportunity, open for me doors. And then somehow those opportunities or doors are opened before you. Maybe you've wanted to be in a certain network, you've wanted this particular job, and finally you've gotten it. And that is the moment now you start experiencing procrastination. You start experiencing fear. You start feeling like, am I good enough? How do we overcome such things? But remember, you've been praying and asking for that, and now you're
Yes.
getting it, but somehow you want to shrink back. How do we go about that?
If you experience fear when you get a new good offer, you should be grateful to God. It is a sign that something new is coming for you. The way the brain is wired is to deal with familiar territories. That is why I keep talking about affirmations. So affirmations remind you of your future. So when you are saying I am abundant, I live a luxurious life, as you are saying it, once in a while, I don't know about you, I do it too. I go to some luxurious restaurants. I just sit there and buy water. Yeah, I do it. I do it. I am living the life because I am affirming it. So I am exposing myself to such environments, right? So if you get a good offer and you are scared, you should be grateful that something new, you should be excited that something new is coming to you. As long as it is positive, it is not toxic, you should be grateful that something new. But how do you navigate it? I believe that is the question. The first way to anything you don't know is what you are scared of. Name it, name the emotion. What do I feel? Is it imposter syndrome? Is it fear? Is it anxiety? Is it lack of confidence? Is it low self-esteem? Identify what you feel first. If you are in the dark, why are children scared of the dark? Because they cannot see. When the light comes up, you can see. So naming it is turning the light on. Okay, auntie low self-esteem. How may I help you? Welcome, sit down. What? I don't have any business with you. I am brave. I am confident. That is where your affirmations come in. I am brave. I am confident. I deserve this job. This job is for me. I will be celebrated in this job. I will be celebrated for being the best in this role. I am bringing my best foot forward. I am a child of God and I deserve only the best. God is my father and he has provided everything according to his riches and glory. Self-esteem. Thank you very much for showing up, but my contract with you has ended. Bye. Life goes on. It is not easy. I'm sounding like this because I have been practicing over time. So if it is new for you, wait, don't be embarrassed. I think my room is a bit scattered. Let me show you something. See, this is one of my doors. Can you see the things that are there? Can you see them?
Yes, yes.
Can you see them?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Can you see them?
Yes, yes,
These
yes.
things are everywhere. In my bathroom, I don't want to take you to my bathroom. They are there. Put them there. Discuss with God. God is not it does not deal with us in bulk SMS. God does not have grandchildren. We are all God's children. Tell God what you want. Write it down so that you will remember in case you forget. Write it down. If you go to my bathroom, you will laugh. If I take you to my bathroom, you will laugh. I am made in the image of God. My body is the temple of God. It does not entertain any negativity. My house. No, you have to hype yourself up. And the good thing, what this thing does, it gives you a level of confidence that nobody will understand, right? If you remember from the beginning, I told you I was already making a slide. I said, no, let's do this thing. We are girls. Let's do this thing, right? If you're talking with your sisters, you don't need a script, right? Pace. If you don't have your own room, on your wardrobe, on your book, on your laptop, write it. Put your name there. Write the things you want. Ask Nicole the things we are doing. Ask her. Write them down. It is in the Bible. Write the vision. Make it clear. What do you want? God has a blank check. Don't be scared to ask. Write it down. Right? So when you are scared, first of all, this is a sign that your mind is just telling you you've never been here before. That is what your mind is telling you. There's nothing to be scared of. There is nothing to be scared of. And try as much as possible to start exposing yourself to high quality people, directors, and all that. Because when you hear them talking, most of them just had opportunities to be there. They trained themselves to be there and all that. That's the difference. That is the difference. They are not better than you in any way. God made us all equal. Nobody is better than anybody. The moment you get that into your head, it will be easy for you to know that you walk. Somebody literally told me that I walk like I God. I was crossing the road one day, and the man said, "Well done, no, you dey waka like say na your papa get the road." I said, "Yes, so now my papa get this road. Now God gets this earth." I told him, and we both laughed. Yes, it's my father that has this world, God. So yes. But it does not happen overnight. You have to train yourself. You have to constantly. So even if I'm not saying those affirmations, the walls in my house, they know that the owner of this house, her body is the temple of God. They know. They know. Write it, paste it on you. If I show you my mirror, you will you will die of laughter. I'm not joking. Those things there. Make your space a place where you feel safe within you. Be the magnet for miracles. Every time we are praying for miracles, are miracles attracted to us? Do we have what it takes to retain miracles? Be the magnet. But one thing I keep telling people, it does not happen overnight. You have to practice constantly. You have to practice constantly. You have to practice. You have to be deliberate. You have to be intentional. Your choice of words, you have to be deliberate, right? So even if you get scared, it's a thing. God, thank you for this opportunity. I trust that you will light the path for me. It's simple. So when you go in with that confidence that God is going with you and before you, and you are skilled, and you are not too embarrassed like me, ask Nicole, ask her if she's still there. I can ask Nicole 799 questions and I will not be ashamed because I know she has the answer. If she does not have time, I will call her. I will leave 20 messages. Don't be ashamed of asking. It is better to ask a stupid question than to make a stupid mistake. Don't be ashamed of asking. Have people in your network that you will not be too embarrassed to ask questions. Don't be ashamed. It's life is easy. Don't complicate things for yourself. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I think, I don't know. Nicole is even laughing in the comments. Why are you exposing me? Oh, oh my God. This was a much needed conversation. Even for me, it has really impacted me. It has given me a new mindset on how to think about certain things, because I think people out there maybe looking at me and thinking she has it all figured out. But I'm such a person who wants to learn more. I don't want to feel like I know it all. So why not have such a session so that we can be able to grow and learn? So thank you so much, Coach Ochuko. Thank you so much. I am highly blessed that you accepted to spend the evening with us. For us, it's already 9:30. On your side, I'm pretty sure yours is still, I think it's still 7:30. Yeah, but we are blessed and honored to have you here, having this conversation. Ladies, thank you so much for tuning in and sticking around till this very last moment. I just want to leave us with these final words. We don't have to have it all figured out. It's one step at a time. And I read something recently. I've become more intentional about reading books. And it was saying that envision the person you want to become. Don't just set a goal, but start acting like that person you want to become. Okay. So if today we're talking about high quality, so what are the qualities that you require for yourself to be the woman that you need to be? So it's one step at a time. Think of just one thing you can start doing today, and you'll keep on growing and becoming the version of who you're meant to be. So thank you so much. I will definitely be sharing the recording for all of us, because this is something we need to keep listening and reminding ourselves. So thank you so much, ladies. If we don't have any other question, and thank you so much, Coach Ochuko. I don't want to mispronounce your name, but we have had an amazing time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Unless you have any final words for us, I just wanted to close off this session, but maybe you can leave us with one or two words, and then we can sign out.
Thank you, Charity. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Mercy. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you, Verlene. Thank you, Winnie. What I wanted to say, you already touched on it, but I'll just still talk about it briefly. All these things we've talked about, you'll be overwhelmed if you want to practice everything at once. So just pick one thing and start working on it. When you're beginning to get good, you add one or two more. Before you know, it's not a one-day project, it's not a 1 month project, it's not a 6 month project. But if you are intentional and deliberate, in time you will begin to get your results and you begin to get better. And I believe that everything will be okay for us. And the sister who was saying, somebody was saying force. No, you don't chase, you attract, right? You don't chase. Even God is not, he owns everything, but he doesn't force us to worship him. He gives us a choice. So if you are a high quality woman, you are on your own. Have you seen any big supermarkets running after customers? It's all these people who sell along the road that will run to your car or run anywhere to ask you to buy. They are there because they know what the value they give. You will go there, you will look for how to park, you will suffer and trek around the aisles. Nobody is asking you anything. You will take it to the counter to pay. That is what quality does for you. You don't chase, attract. How do you attract? By strategically positioning yourself with all these things that we have talked about this evening. That is how, one step at a time, little by little, we get there. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you for putting this together for ladies. I am so grateful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Charity.
That was a very, very nice way of closing off this session. Ladies, let's put into action what we have learned. The reason why we're having these sessions is not just to come and hang out, but to actually be able to instill in us the right discipline and also action on it. So thank you so much, ladies. Till next time, have a blessed, blessed night, and God bless you. Goodbye.